we'll be good. What? Wait a
Okay.
minute. I see K-Dog coming back. He's coming back. There he
He's
is.
back.
Oh, Obi-Wan Kenobi's back. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, he's back.
Damn,
Oh,
that was
man.
bad.
Oh, man, you
That was
paused
bad.
like this.
Yeah. Because I looked down and was like, that's not me. I'm not doing that. It looked bad.
I was
Thanks,
like,
Bill
God
Bell,
dang, man.
everybody.
I was like, whoa, man. This joking. Well, yes, back to the man, it's some troubling times here, buddy. It's going down. But they're doing it slow, in increments. Not to startle people really too much, but they're doing it though. But they're doing it in increments, man. They're doing it.
I mean, that's relative though. The man took office in January. It's June, man. You're talking about 6 months.
6 months.
In 6 months' time,
Yeah.
this is quite a lot, man, for 6 months, where you've got, and I don't want to get into all this shit, but
Me either.
You've got deportation, and I mean the deportation thing ain't even really, because Obama deported more motherfuckers than anybody.
Yes, he has, and no one even want to say nothing about that.
Yeah, you can't see them numbers, and people talk about Obama didn't do nothing specifically for black people, blah, 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 blah. All right. You can say that, but I will tell you this as a student of Dr. Claude Anderson, removing the Mexicans is a win for black people. Now, you can say what you want about that.
But okay. Go ahead. Tell me. Playing devil's advocate. I know why, but let's go.
You can look at quality of life. Just take something as simple as quality of life, right? You go to your school. I think I joked about this on another podcast, but you go to back to school night at a school where there's like a 45% Mexican population, man, you'll be in that motherfucker for hours.
No. There's no 35 over here. There's no 35 over here. It is.
No, not where you're at. But
80%. Damn near 80.
You at 80%. But if you got, look, New Brunswick is starting to get to the point where English is going to be the second language spoken at a back to school night.
Oh, man.
You're going to go Spanish, then English. But if you're in a school where there's a dense Mexican population, you get English, then Spanish, right? So you're going to be in there for hours. That's just a quality of life thing. That's just extending this program out way, way too long, right? But then you start looking at resources. Classroom size is double. There's 10, 15 students too many in every classroom. You go to the clinic for your health care. Lines are way too long. Emergency rooms are packed up. There's just too much. You're too big.
Right.
You're occupying too much space. And you're not leaving the black community no time soon because of your wages.
It's not a black community. Sorry, there's no black community.
You're focused on New Brunswick, and I know that. I get that.
I mean,
but if you're in a Patterson.
Oh, Patterson's always been 50-50.
Patterson is 50-50, but you're looking at 50-50. You go to the you go to the emergency room, there's 15 Mexicans in there. There's Mexicans going to the emergency room to get checkups.
And to be fair, it's not Mexican. We're just going to say South American because it's going to be the whole smorgasbord all the way down from that part. I can't just say Mexicans. I'll say South Americans because you're going to have Ecuador.
Right, you can say it, but you got Mexicans, but you got Honduras, you got all these other places.
Yeah.
But they're not here be that as it may, right? If you deport South Americans from America, you're deporting them from poor black communities. And if you're doing that, you're minimizing the stress on that community. Not to mention, they don't participate in the census. So resources that need to be allocated to this Black neighborhood aren't being allocated properly because there's 40,000 people in the community that have not been accounted for. So,
Oh,
I mean, I got mixed feelings. I don't even have mixed feelings, man. I do not want to see children be separated from their parents. I don't want to see children being sent to Mexico when they weren't born there in the first place. I don't want to see the Constitution ripped to shreds, but I also don't want to see an influx of South Americans in poor Black neighborhoods where they absorb resources at the rate that they do. It got to the point in New Brunswick where you were better off being Spanish.
No, it is. I mean, let me see if I have something here. Let me see. No, I think I sent it to you. It was something crazy. Let's see. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Now this is. Let me see if I can.
Immigrants, and African Americans, and real recognize real. My hat's off to these chicks. Let me know when y'all gonna get to kissing.
100%.
African American community is the only community that has the power in this country to change anything. They are the only one with the experience of civil matter. They are the only one que tenían el esclavo. The only one that are not going to get deported anywhere, and you cannot put them all in jail. So African American community, which is the community that is stepped on by Cubans, the most are the only ones that are going to save the Latinos. And I clap for the African American community that has not are going to save the Latinos. And I clap for the African American community that has not come out because it is not. I do. We didn't do shit.
I get it. But I do.
Me and you support, but in masses, we didn't support anything that was going with them. Latinos look at Cubans specifically. I'm not going to talk about any other community because I'm not part of that community, even though I'm a Latina with them. Cubans talk shit about African Americans.
It's true.
Cubans did not support African Americans. Cubans think that they all victimize themselves, all of this, all of that. African Americans are the only ones that are going to save your asses, Latinos. So you better start kissing. If you're going to kiss some ass in this country, you better kiss some black ass.
Kiss my whole entire Black ass.
Come on now.
Thank you, Dolores, or whatever the fuck your name is. What she look like? Is she a baddie or is she just some
No,
little,
she all right.
little hot little thing, huh?
Yeah. You know, rambunctious, luscious. Oh.
I
One of
mean,
those.
sister's right. I don't. It's heavy as the head that wears the crown, right? I don't necessarily want that to be the case for African American people. But if you look historically, every migrant group comes through the African American community first.
Yes.
When the Italians got here, Blacks, Irish, Blacks, Jews, Blacks. They all live amongst and side with the Blacks when they first arrived. I need to apologize for some of my rhetoric earlier on.
Oh,
I
wow.
need to clarify some things. I'm not all one of these women-hating, He-Man, woman-haters club motherfuckers. I'm not a red pill motherfucker. I'm not moving into that conservative space. Fuck that. Men are as accountable to the problems that exist as are the women.
Yes.
There are real things that are just gender specific that I think we should be able to talk about. And then there's the bullshit that goes on where we're constantly just pointing the finger and laying all the blame at the feet of one. Having said that, I thought about this.
Go ahead. Think about it. Think it out loud.
Me alone, as far as I know, single, never married.
Yeah.
Sinai Lathan, I believe, was married to Omar Epps for a time.
No, they just did the nasty. Never, no. She married Keisha from
I know they
man.
made the movie together.
Yeah, but he married Keisha
I don't know. I
from
think
Total.
that was a rumor. But
yeah, he
either
married
way, right? She's not married now.
I
And
know
neither
that.
is,
None of them.
I don't recall Kim
None of them.
Fields
None of them.
being married at any point.
Jack A.
And
Jack
so
A ain't married either.
never married, right? And so I'm looking around, I'm like, well, none of y'all are married in the same time as the most eligible bachelors in the world. The Morris Chestnut is right there. he's next door to you. He lives down the street. He's in the trailer right across the studio. Like, you could just, and he'll answer the door.
You know why they're not married? None of them had a big mama to tell them, simmer down, baby. Simmer down, baby. Yes, you're a woman. You're making your own. But when you come inside the house, just simmer down a little bit. That's what happened. There's no big mama to check them. No big mama. Nothing, no real big homies or uncles or grandfathers to check us on certain aspects of how we move with the women. You know what I mean? That we need 35 women at a time and all that nonsense, you know what I mean? So that's the problem with them, and that's the problem with us. But since we're talking about them not being married and finding somebody, is the fact that they don't know how to tone it down. Big mama was not present for them to tell them, hey, look, yes, you are a woman, you're doing your thing, you got your own money, but when you come into this union here, you need to slow it down just a little bit. Pump your brakes.
Yeah, but
You ain't gotta...
Is that because Mia Long don't know how to shut the fuck up? Or is it because Morris Chestnut just decided at one point, I'm never going to stop fucking random bitches?
It's not even, you want a certain thing. Look, listen to you.
But what? What do you want?
Listen to what you just said. A few minutes ago, a Tai Chi, right? You know, once you say that, you already know what it is. Yes, Kevin-san. They not gonna be snap. Oh no, Kevin-san. Fuck that shit. She ain't doing none of that. She ain't doing none of that. Even if she does, you be like, because it ain't gonna have no bravado to it. No, Kevin-san. No, I do that shit, Kevin-san. Yeah. Oh, do that shit, Kevin-san.
Do the two pump jump joke that you did in 1994.
When when I want no men in mind. When I want no men in mind. Yo, I'm telling you.
Oh, shit.
Telling you.
I never laughed so hard and so long in my life when you said that shit.
Yo.
Yeah, I mean, Dave Chappelle wife gives him shit. You know what I mean?
But what
Chris
kind
Rock
of shit?
ain't even with his Chinese chick no more.
Right, but what kind of shit? What kind of shit? There's levels.
I was going to say it's probably measured.
Yes, measured, man.
And it's probably measured for two reasons. One, I'm Dave Chappelle, bitch. And then two, there is a cultural dynamic there that does, like you've got an auto brake. You
right.
know? Like there's an auto brake. Like in new cars now, when you go too far in the other lane, the car just move you back.
Yeah, that craziness. We got one at the job. Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I wanted to turn the shit off.
Yeah,
I was in a rental car. But I realized something though. If you're on 95 just going home, you could really just kick your feet back. Well, kick your hands back. You ain't really got to drive. This month, it'll do it for you. When I was all alone on 95, I tried it for like a mile. That motherfucker stayed in the lane, even followed the curve. It was jerky, but it did it. So, but anyway, yeah, it's measured. I would agree with that. But see, if I became a star tomorrow, right? I'm a star tomorrow. I've been looking at all these beautiful actresses all these years, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know what a current bad female black actress is today. Not sure who that is. I guess it would be the little Topeka, the little African chick. I guess it would be her, right?
Yo, that's a nice one.
Yeah, she bad as hell. So I guess that's who it would be, right? So if I'm a star, that might be my first phone call because I got
Yeah.
access to it now. She's right here. We at the same party. If I see Mia Long over there, I might be like, yo, I'm going back to Boys in the Hood. I'm going back to my Boys in the Hood days. Sup, Mia Long? I might go ahead and get after that.
Right.
Because I'm here, right? Just like if you're a female and you become a star overnight, you're going to look at Michael B. Jordan or whoever you pining for, you going straight at it, as you probably should. But once the dust settles and the smoke clears, you might want to consider, I can hit quite a few of them, but you could be married to Tracy Ellis Ross. Like, you could be married to Tracy Ellis Ross. If I told you right now you could be married to Tracy Ellis Ross, you'd hop out of that chair before I could finish the podcast.
Nah, she want young. She want young men. She want.
Yeah, I'm saying if it was a possibility, or anybody, Sinai Lathan, although that might be a mistake because they say she's a bitch on wheels. But if it's her, or like I said, I don't really know who is popping now. But if you take the Black Lady sketch show off of HBO, everybody that's on that, you can't go wrong with nothing that's on that. That whole entire cast, that's a win. Oh, he's out.
That thing just zapped out. Yo, shut all the way down. Windows closed. It's crazy.
And coming back, 1990, Chubb Rock jumps up on the scene with a lean and a bucket full of green. He still ain't back. Okay, he's moving.
I'm there. Bring call back here. There it goes. No, coming
green
back.
Doesn't symbolize to me that I'm the top.
Yeah. RoboCop last year was a shock.
That,
They should be married, bro.
I don't know
they should be married.
Now, but whoever it is, you're going to have to consider at some point, maybe I should just marry this chick. If I was sitting at home, what would I be doing right now? I'd be praying that I can get with this chick. And she's right there.
I bet you.
Nothing's stopping me now, except the fact that I can hit that and hit somebody else tomorrow. But
I bet you
everything you want.
Cardi B, I bet you Cardi B would get married before one of them girls.
You got a chick with her own money, with her own career, with a good head on her shoulders, that's drop dead gorgeous. What are you waiting for? From the male perspective, what are you waiting for? What the fuck is wrong with Taraji P. Henson, or whatever her name is?
Well, she was dating Common. She did date Common. She thought he was a conscious
That's
brother.
another one. That nigga's numbers is in the thousands. You couldn't settle and say, all right, Taraji I can make that make sense. You can't make Taraji make sense.
All right, I'm gonna tell you why. All right, I'm gonna tell you why. We're looking at it from the average eye. And when you're in that realm, you still got the pick of the litter that's better than Taraji. Because we're going by, they're not looking logically. They still looking biology. You know what I mean? They're going by that. They're not going by the logical standpoint like, hey, we can actually build a kingdom here. They don't look at it that way. They still on their fuck shit. Let's be honest. Still on their fuck shit. They don't have a big homie that's, hey, look, this is how you move. You get this chick here, boom, 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 boom. You're winning. You get what I'm saying? Still to this day, you need a mentor, a male mentor, older than you, seasoned, to give you some direction. I know every once in a while you talk to your dad about a few things, maybe not about relationship-wise, but maybe you did actually. And he probably gave you some game. You know what I mean? Some of these guys don't got that, don't have that. Some of them jokers don't got fathers that was even around or they were even married to their mom. So they can't even comprehend. Think about this. You got married. Why? Because it's embedded in your DNA to do so. Hopefully. What's up? What's up?
But I think,
Jalen.
see, I also think too, though, okay, because my dad's married to my mom, right?
Right.
So if I go off to Hollywood and come back, and every week I'm coming back with some new thing, he might like the first year or two, he's gonna laugh. And he's just gonna be like, wow, I can't believe, you know, right. That conversation is coming.
That's the conversation gonna give you.
You know, that's coming. But if my dad ain't married to my mom, and I could bring Pam Grier with me next week,
And he like,
you know, right. Let me introduce you to Sam Phillips.
oh gosh, I used
Dad,
to choke my chicken to you.
yeah,
Oh, luscious thing.
right.
Come sit on daddy's lap.
Yeah. Well, they about the same age, so
Yeah, he gonna sit on the lap.
but he's gonna be like, keep bringing them through. Like keep bringing them through. And if you're Morris Chestnut with your homeboys, keep bringing them through. If you like whoever you with, it's just keep bringing them through. Ain't nobody
Yes.
gonna be like, yo, man, you should probably just go ahead and, you know, marry Keisha Cole or some shit. You know, like, why don't you just do
That's
that?
another one. That's another one.
And you'd be like, why? The fuck should I do
Nobody-
that? And everybody's gonna be like, yeah, why the fuck should he do that? You know?
See?
I think
See?
y'all sisters really should just go after the regular, man. Like, you're not
Only if-
gonna get.
Only if one steps out and it becomes successful.
Well, it's been done.
No, it's been done, but they gotta see it. It got to be broadcasted.
see
You know
it.
how it is. No, you can't see it. Name me
Shit,
one.
call Julia Roberts. All you gotta do is pick up the phone and call Julia Roberts, and she'll tell you all about it.
That's in that world. We need something in the, you know.
In the black
More.
space,
Yes.
I mean,
That one, Julia Roberts.
who's Stegman?
Look. No, hold on.
Stegman is nobody.
And he is still nobody. That is just
Well,
a candle. That's just a
He is-
candle. He's just a candle on the table.
Yeah, he is.
It's just
Yeah, he's definitely a home accessory.
yes. Yes, bro.
He's
Yes, bro.
yeah, he's farm equipment, but
Yeah.
but he's still there. Now, Oprah, for whatever reason, I don't understand the logic behind it, but for whatever reason, and it might not be her, it might be him. He might not want to walk around this motherfucker as Mr. Oprah Winfrey. You know, we put that on Oprah. But, I mean, I ain't never woke up with Oprah to ask her that question.
Listen here.
We don't really know why that is.
Listen.
But
when the last time she talked about Stedman on any interview?
I don't know, but I haven't really heard much from Oprah.
Only on the show. When she had the show, yeah, she talked about Stedman because they were with a lot of housewives. So she had to talk about Stedman to reach. But once that show was done, you ain't hear nothing about no goddamn Stedman.
Well, I mean, that could be too. But again, that also could just be like, now I ain't got to talk about you no more. We can just be, you know. I ain't got to really
away
mention
from
you.
each other.
Yeah, well,
we could
that,
just
that
be
could be
away.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, but Oprah's an example of somebody who got with, for however long, a regular dude. I mean,
yeah, but we
he's
need
not a
something more
regular
modernized.
dude. Who?
You need a modern version of this. Not that version. You need a modern version of what you're talking about. Because that's old
If
school.
Cheryl Underwood was a
We need somebody that's hot. All right? We talk about somebody that's hot. We're not talking about.
I was gonna say it, but here's the rub. Well, it's not really the rub because both hot and non-hot are in the same bag. You got to start looking at that. Look at that. You and Cheryl Underwood are in the same situation.
Yeah.
Explain that.
Yeah.
Now
No
she
doubt about
can't
that.
get a regular dude. She can't even get a regular dude. She can have me. I'll do it. Do it. Man, listen, as much as I want to keep putting on comedy shows and shit, and I'll be struggling to get them off and get them together, you put Cheryl Underwood in my ecosystem, yeah, sign me up. And what's the worst that can happen? I have to have sex with Cheryl Underwood?
No,
Sex is
your
like pizza,
eardrums.
man. Even when it's bad, it's still pretty good.
Nah, it's your eardrums. Your eardrums.
But see, I think that's a public persona. I don't think I'm coming home to, Gather, what the fuck, nigga? I don't think I'm coming home to, I don't think anybody's coming home to that. Is that you,
Kevin?
Come here,
Mama's
nigga.
home. And I've been on the road, so you got to go fix me something.
Fix me something, nigga. Come on upstairs and do something to me.
You black bald head motherfucker, come over here. She cussing you all types of ways. Maybe cool.
I'm just trying to go through my emails. Fuck your emails, nigga. I don't know.
I need some fixing.
I need some fixing. I can make
some straightening.
Listen, if you're a regular dude working a regular job trying to figure out your life, you can make Cheryl Underwood make sense to anybody.
And that's wrong. Why should it make sense? That's wrong. It shouldn't have to be it got to make sense. It should happen just naturally. Not shouldn't, you know?
But we got to be honest. Because here's the other reality. If Cheryl Underwood was a regular person, she probably would have a dude.
No, she would have a dude.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt about it.
She would probably have a dude.
You see, in that space, yes, she would have a dude. She'd been married already with 3 kids. In that space.
12 kids, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, in that space.
First, you gotta add the first 4 that she had just being low-hanging fruit.
Right. Late night.
Right.
Juke joint.
Right.
Jugger come home from the juke joint dancing with his jug of wine like this, holding it.
Yeah.
Who that, Cheryl?
Blowing in the jug.
That's Cheryl.
I know you ain't about to get with Cheryl. Yo, get this nigga another bottle. He about to go get with Cheryl. Oh, man. Get him another bottle. Shit. Oh, man. Yo, you ain't even gonna remember
what day it is. You done pissed on yourself before you even get done, man.
Yeah, them climbed some pretty steep mountains in my day, and
man, I can't say I did. No, only one. Oh, thank God, there's only one, man. Thank God.
I've got more than one. You know,
you got more than one.
I got one. I mean, yeah, but nothing recently. Like, you know, that's all in the past.
Teens,
you know.
Yeah. Jokers didn't even have license and stuff like that.
30s. Probably up until about my 30s. Actually, no. I kind of gave up the what the fuck am I doing? Probably in my late 20s. You know, probably gave that up.
Everything else has kind of a purpose now. You know, not the ones that had purpose, but were the ones that you were just doing, if you understand.
Well, you know I started thinking about it like this because, well, let me be careful, but I started thinking about it like this. If you get pregnant, so that kind of became like the benchmark. Like, all right, if you got pregnant, am I going to want to have the baby with you or am I going to want to kill you? Like, I can tolerate you being a little bit, you know, crazy or whatever. But if I just cannot see myself walking around nowhere with you and now we got a baby together.
That's rough. That's rough.
Yeah, so I just like that became the...
walkable. I always use that term walkable. I use the term walkable.
Yeah.
If
that changes too as you get older too, you know.
Yeah.
Because I mean, walkable to me really is more like talkable, man. Like, can I talk to you? You know, and if I can talk to you, I'd rather walk with you in my own little world having a great conversation than to walk around for the purpose of impressing all of y'all. You know.
True. That's true.
Really what that shit is about.
But the girl she has to have something. I mean, you can't, you know, you take the kids to the zoo and all of a sudden you hear the man saying, "Shh, the ape is loose. The ape is loose." And you looking around here like, what ape? It's walking upright. It's walking
Be
upright.
careful with that shit.
Walking
You
upright.
be easy with that ape shit, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Hey,
Yeah, but I know
they
what you're
got
saying.
they got snow monkeys with the white fur.
Yeah, white fur monkeys and shit. I seen some Chinese chick that I was like, yo, y'all come from monkeys. I don't know about the rest of the world, but y'all definitely. I don't know, man.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to go to the zoo and be like, hey, man, hey.
Hey, you trying to steal our, huh?
Yeah.
What? You trying to steal
hey,
our
man, that's a human.
presentation?
That's my wife.
Oh,
right?
Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
False,
You don't want to
false
be in
alarm.
that
False
situation.
alarm.
But again, I'm just saying, like, I think I'd rather be at Jesus Christ, I'm 50 fucking years old, man. But at 50, man, I don't give a fuck about what y'all think, you know? Because
As you
again,
should.
like, if you have a conversation with her, you'll understand, you know? Like, all right, you looking at what you're looking at, but sit talk with her, you know?
I mean, but no, I mean we dogging Miss Underwood, but listen, she's gonna look the same when she wakes up in the morning, no doubt about it. And that's
Well, man,
how
I don't know about
I
that
rate.
either.
Come on, man, she's
Because
gonna
she
look the
didn't look
same.
half bad in the Club Shay Shay interview.
Right.
She didn't look half bad, but
She's gonna look like that forever.
I don't
And
think
that's
she looks
pretty
like
damn
that
good.
in the morning.
I think she does.
I don't think she
I'm gonna give
does.
her. I'm gonna give her that. I'm gonna give her that. And that right there is very safe. It's safe for me. I don't want. That's how I pick them, honestly.
Yeah.
My wife looks exactly the same.
Well,
Radar. It's yeah.
I just think to solve the problem, and I get what you're saying. Somebody current and somebody in the black space and
Yes.
somebody that everybody wants has to say, no, I got me a regular dude, you know?
Right. Right.
And I have not seen that, but I suggest that. I think that's what you ought to do, man, because you're not gonna get, you know, you've been running side by side with Morris Chestnut his whole fucking career. Your whole career.
You know, all right. I'm gonna tell you the actress that's going would take a regular dude. God dang, I don't know her name, but she played in 227.
Yeah. Regina King.
Yes. Yes.
I know about that. She's directing movies now and shit.
She'll take a regular dude. Hands down.
I think Taraji would too, though, because they were punking each other, but the girl set Taraji up on a blind date or something like that. And it was a punk move, like they were punking each other. So it was a prank. And I forgot how the prank went, but you know, Taraji, she went, she sat down, she got dressed up for it, you know, like, okay, I'm going on a blind date. Now, one would assume that actress to actress, I'm setting you up on a blind date. This is a somebody, but not a celebrity, right?
See, and this is what I'm saying.
Non-celebrity, but
you have to make
100K.
You got to make 100K.
I would like to know what that number really is, because $100,000 to Taraji is not
nothing.
But that's Taraji,
right.
Yeah,
but
she would know.
That's
here's the thing: who notices your income if at $100,000? Taraji might notice your income at $100,000, but Regina King ain't gonna notice your income if you walk in with $100,000. Like, she ain't gonna notice that.
But what I'm saying to you is when you go out to eat and you're paying, and you have a certain card that you're paying with, that's how it's gonna go down. Or you're paying straight cash. The 100K a year would tiptoe you in
dinner wherever she wants to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The 100K is the cutoff. 80K may not make it. May not make it.
I like that. Break that down.
80K ain't gonna make it because It's not 100K.
That's the best you can muster for your explanation.
No. We dealing
All right,
with
let me break it down
simplistics.
real quick. And 80K.
Okay.
All right? You got that. K and the 80K.
Okay.
Now let me break it down. Ain't 100K. Oh, shit.
Telling you.
Man.
That's what it is, man. It's
Now, but
just
you
not.
on to something, though. You on the side.
Yeah.
That does make sense to me.
You
The places
gotta have
that
at least
she's going to
100K.
want to go, you can pay. Because if that's what you are, right, all it really is going to be is publicly. Because privately, she's going to buy you that car. She's going to buy those clothes. She's going to pay the mortgage. She's going to pay for the trips. Now, you might pay for the trips because that's public. So all the public shit, right? So anything where somebody could be like, paparazzi. We saw Taraji with her husband at this place. Let's run down on them, right?
Right.
And some asshole might say, who picked up the tab? My husband always picks up the tab when we go out to dinner and keep it pushing.
And
right?
he's a regular
He don't
dude.
pay for nothing else. But
Pay for that.
he does that. That
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
The 100K, man. You
I mean,
gotta
look,
have at
I'm
least.
not expecting an actress because Julia Roberts married the cinematographer for movies.
Right.
$250,000 a year, probably.
How much?
Probably makes $250,000 before.
See,
Probably.
See.
You know,
See?
I looked it up once. I can't remember what the number was, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, that's
you make a
that's,
6-figure salary.
Yeah.
You know,
gotta
so
have that.
head of cinematography. You know, but that's like, yo, they told the story.
Jennifer Aniston. Oh, you went out too. Oh man. Yo. This is crazy. He went out. Oh man. This is crazy. So anyway, what he was trying to say was that Brad Pitt went out with his wife into a restaurant, and more than likely, he paid for everybody to just leave so he could just be in there with him and his wife. More than likely, that was the story that happened. For all you women out there, actresses, singers, pick you a regular dude. Give us a try. You'll like it. That's right. Dang, man, my man gone, man. Ooh. Let me go ahead and find this thing here, because, oh, man, I couldn't believe this thing here. What's that guy's name? Dang, what's that guy's name? Dang it, what's his name?
The
Recent.
technical
back on?
difficulties, boy,
Dang. Yeah, I know, man. It's crazy.
has been a real problem. Yeah, we had some real problems today, technical difficulties, but we got ourselves an episode. I'm pretty sure.
We did. Oh man, you know what I wanted? You remember that there's a guy out there, right? I forgot his name. So I'm trying to look it up right now. So white guy, singer, right? You know, he sang the song, "I'm working all night, working all day, blah blah blah." You know that guy, that white guy, he's singing that song, right? I forgot his name, man. I wish I had the goddamn song playing it. But anyway, man, if you do find the guy, that's him. So anyway, don't you know his wife divorced him after he started making money?
Divorced him after he started doing what?
Making money. So he made the song on TikTok and everything, and it got viral and everything. Mind you, he dead poor. I mean, like, trailer park poor. You know what I mean? And his wife was with him. They were fine. As soon as he started making that money and that money started running in, she divorced him.
It wasn't over the... She didn't divorce him over the money.
What she divorced him over?
Over them hoes, I would imagine.
I doubt it. You see the guy, man,
Them hoes.
he big fat dude, you know, he just stringing his guitar, man.
Shit, what does that matter?
No, you do have a point, but I still think, well, you know what? If I divorce him now before the money dries up, I'm guaranteed my money. That's
Yeah.
how I looked at it.
Yeah, and that's the problem with the manosphere, man, because we look at everything through that lens. I'm thinking, well, he might have cheated on her, or he might have started treating her horribly now that he has this money. You know, bitch, I make this money. This is my house. This is my shit. This is me. You wouldn't have nothing without me.
Nah.
You know, you start treating her like that, she went out. Like, all right, fuck this, money or no money, I went out. But yeah, and see, women are going to assume that that's what happened.
Right.
Men are going to assume what you're saying.
Yeah. Gotta break out for the money get low.
I can leave. I could have the money without the man.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
There's no way to know which is true.
Trailer park. That's
Right.
that.
Because even if she comes out and tells her story, I always tell people all the time, I don't know what the truth is. I know what you told me. So you could say I left because of this, but it could be, yeah, I want the money. I'm sick of the man.
Yeah.
Never wanted the man in the first place, you know.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
But, you know, but I don't know. I mean,
that's a tough.
I mean, the thing about divorce, when you have money,
the bat phone.
Alarms off and stuff.
The bat phone.
Well, that's my reminder.
We're out.
Take my take my Thorazine. Take my methadone. Think, because yeah, a lot of people. If I have the money, let me restart. Or then rewind. Because I want to rewind. When people get married, they usually do it for the potential. If you got it, then you got it already. So it's like, I'm not marrying potential, I'm marrying what you got. But if you ain't got it, if you don't see no potential in this man or in this woman, you're not getting married. You're like, nah, I ain't doing that. Because you don't have no potential of ever getting us out of this situation. Or as a woman, you don't have any potential of ever making me truly happy and truly feel like a man. You know, you don't have the capacity for that now, and you don't have the potential for it later. So I'm out. I'm out on that.